in order for this to be sustainable and not to be happenstance, and for it to actually get the adoption that's necessary, it needs to be scalable and reproducible and easy and simple and intuitive. So how can we make health equity to where it's like the stylus in the hand?
You know, the dream, I think, has always been for a long time for me, even before this capacity, right? It's like, can you push one button? Just, there's different things out there that we have historically used, and we designed something like that for the health equity space. And what do I mean by that? All of the pieces that I described that I have to put out on the table on paper, in an ideal scenario, I shouldn't have to go pulling them from different sources and different places. Can we cohesively bring it all under the hood, right? I don't know, can you take a protocol that can, adapt from version to version, digitize it using AI analytics into a platform that you can then plug in your inclusion exclusion criteria, pulling directly, right, directly, and doing a cross analysis that then connects to country and demographics and population. And then what does that mean for your recruitment measures? Well, and then can it blast the sites that have the history of it? Can it blast against the performance of other studies that right now we have to manually pull from ct.gov to do a patients per site per month analysis? Just touch it. I think the role that tech has played in how we're starting to look at these solutions, there's a lot of noise in the space, and I think that there is a lot of opportunistic entry points and penetration opportunities because the industry is so vulnerable right now with regards to introducing this element of uncertainty and sponsors getting anxious about solutions. And I think that the industry right now is contract execution happy and friendly, and they move quick. It is something that I have been a very balanced critic of. But on the flip side, we see efforts of companies like H1 that are being thoughtfully designed, not on the interface front first. And that's the part and the distinction that I respect and admire. It's, let's back up and just think about this from a pathway perspective. Earlier, I spoke about what health equity looks like in that full continuum and pathway. I feel like one of the things that has been admirable about H1 amongst several is that, y'all have taken that spectrum and understood what data assets can actually lend value and unlock insight versus kind of making broad assumptions that a heat map alone may be, insightful. And that has become very obvious in the end product, in the latest developments with regards to the diversity modules and the insights and analytics there. But it starts with the design thinking, right? And you can't have the design thinking without the people and individuals in the room who have been there, who have done that, who have the boots on the ground experience, who are committed to keeping an ear to the ground. And, personally, right, as a friend and as a colleague I've admired since your earliest years in your career, it's evident. Your brand, your infused way of thinking is evident in these latest developments, further enhanced by the team of incredibly talented people you now work alongside. And so I think that's kind of where it would be prudent to see more companies think in that direction.